Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the sky.
Hi guys, today I am riding the Honda CBR 650F, and F stands for fun. This bike is a really fun bike to ride. Why? Because in this bike you can actually not worry about making mistakes. This bike is really forgiving. And before I start my review, I just want to say one thing. Thank you Duggar Honda for providing me the Honda 650, and Vishal ji of Honda Wing Delhi to put in a word for me. First, let me talk about is the power. It is 87 bhp and it's got 63 Newton meters of torque, and it is 650 cc. Now many of us be thinking 650 cc, only 87 bhp. Well, yes, it is not usually the numbers anyone would want to hear, but you have to understand the fact that this bike is not for the kind of people who are very aggressive on the street, or very aggressive on the track, or would like to take the bike to the track. This bike is for someone who will take his wife, take his girlfriend, or take his friend all over, probably what, 2000, 3000 kilometers. Power is not everything, and with the power it has and the way it generates power, this bike is for someone which has never owned or never ridden a super bike in his life. Yes, this can actually be a bike for someone who is riding probably a 150cc bike and wants to step on the super bike platform, knowing the fact the bike is powerful and everything. He just has to have an inline 4 exhaust note. Then this is the bike for it. This can be a learning bike when it comes to big bikes, of course. According to me, the 600cc is a very dangerous place to start motorcycling, especially when it comes to India, because people tend to take things very lightly here. No proper license and regulations are taken care of here. So this is a bike which you will not feel scared on. Like for example, if you're riding an R15 or a CBR 250, then you can actually hop on this bike and just ride like the way I am doing. I'm not doing much speeds because I'm actually vlogging with you guys at the same time. Second I want to talk about is the tires, which I always complain about. The tires are spot on. They are Dunlop tires, sticky tires. You will have no problem whatsoever with these tires. Thank God. One of the bikes which I reviewed which got good tires on. The brakes on this bike are spot on. It's got the famous Honda combined ABS and it works flawlessly. And I mean flawlessly. The combination of the brakes, the tires is perfect. I'm with a Pillion right now and I'm going to show you how powerful the bike is. Okay. Now currently I'm in second, I think. So the bike has got ample power and it is very linear. The power delivery is something you'll never get scared of. Now I want to talk about the pricing of the bike. Yes, the pricing is a little towards the steeper side. 7.3 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. Now, people compare this bike with the Z800. That's the closest rival you'll actually get in terms of price. But price is not something you can actually compare this bike with. Both the Z800 and the Honda 650 have different USPs, different characteristics. Both the bikes are far apart from each other. You cannot actually compare these bikes in the basis of power or in the basis of price, the size, the cc. For example, this bike is for people who are drawn towards fared motorcycles. Now at this price point, I don't think there's any fared motorcycle, especially not an inline 4. That melody of an inline 4 is worth paying the price for. Now the biggest con in the bike is the lack of slipper clutch. This bike does not have a slipper clutch. Paying that 7.3 lakh rupees ex-showroom and not getting a slipper clutch is very disappointing. And I really do not understand the fact that why did Honda choose not to give this bike a slipper clutch. This bike actually needed it. People could actually ride hard with this bike. The bike has a little vibes to it, and it is not expected from a typical Honda. It generates vibes as you open the throttle, and that's really not what you expect from a Honda. But make no mistake about it, the bike is butter smooth. Probably the smoothest bike I've ever ridden in my life. Tires, brakes, handling. The three major checks and the necessities of the bike are fulfilled. The instrument cluster of the bike is very easy to read. It's got a nice big speedometer, digital. The RPMs are also digital, very nicely laid out. But I would prefer Honda giving a bigger display of the tachometer and the speedometer. I feel all these parts, the plastic parts, could have been avoided. The time, the date, the fuel meter, everything is perfect. Currently I am getting 19.5 kilometers to a liter. Now the pro on this bike. The pro in this bike is it's a Honda. Reliability is something you will get out of the box. The suspension is spot on, taking in bumps very nicely. The best suspension I've actually encountered. 130-ish is what is actually good enough for a person who is actually taking a pillion along. Why would I not say 150 with a pillion? Two reasons for that. First and foremost, we are in Indian conditions, alright. A cat, a dog, a cow, anything can come on the middle of the road. No matter how perfect you are in your riding skills, you could still end up in a bad position. So what usually happens is, if you keep 130 and 140, if you're comfortable with the speed, many people are not comfortable with those speeds. I've heard people say that 130 is too much for touring. Well, I call it sports touring. If the bike is capable and not stressed in that scenario, why not? And if you're capable enough to handle the bike and control the bike, for anyone who is sports touring and the bike is meant to do that, it is more than enough. Person who's coming from a 150cc or a 250cc or even a 300cc, this is ample amount of power, man. This is the power which actually will keep you safe on the road. Why would you actually want something more powerful which you cannot control? Yeah, this is 6th gear, and if you keep the bike at 40 in 6th gear, it is a shade under 2000 rpm, 40, 43, yeah, exactly 2000 rpm. The bike will do 45. Now if you accelerate, it will easily go up. The power is very linear. So guys, this is the 3rd day of testing, and I've just given them the bike. They washed it and cleaned it so that I can give you an overview of the bike. The seating position is the best seating position you can get. As you can see, these seats are really nice. Okay, and very soft, where your pillion can actually sit behind it. So the second thing is the seating position here. If I sit on the bike, this is what you get. The first and foremost seating position, very upright. If you can see my hands, they're not bent. I got a lot of room here. I'll just show you the idle of the bike. The exhaust sound is very, very quiet. It needs exhaust, aftermarket exhaust for sure. Now let me talk about something else. I've spoken about the exhaust sound and the seating position. Heat on this bike. It doesn't heat up as much as any bike I've ridden. It doesn't heat up at all. Now that is comparison to the Z800. Z800 heats up a lot since it is not a Honda first and foremost, and I'm sorry to say that Honda bikes actually usually heat up less. This can be used as a city bike for sure. If you want to have to ride in the city and you want to enjoy this bike for sure, then by all means you can ride in the city. The fit and finish of the bike is Honda like. Nothing like it. If you can see the amount of flakes it's got, you see the amount of flakes it's got. If I don't know if the camera is doing justice to it, you can see here where the light is, you can see that the amount of flakes it's got. It shines. Now I'll make you hear the exhaust sound. Now what I'll do is I'm going to show you how the RPM actually works. Now you can see the amount of acceleration I'm going to do on the bike. You see my hand. So as you can see that the exhaust note is really beautiful and very smooth. People will actually not come to know that you are actually riding on the highway, when you're beside them, probably superbike or something. This bike needs an exhaust, and it is a beautiful bike for sure. It bang for the buck. As I said before, it is absolutely bang for the buck for people who want to tour on this bike with their wives, with their friends, or probably with their spouse, or someone special. This is a bike for them, no doubt about that. You can always go on long rides with them. Only one thing which you need to get used to is this horn, because the usual placement of this horn is below, but after riding 100-150 kilometers I probably got used to it, so no big issue here. That's about it, and subscribe to the channel and keep watching, and please give a thumbs up if you like the video.